And now, ladies and gentlemen, to give you a few demos of what EVO can do, please welcome Sprint Senior Vice President, Product Development and Technology, Kevin Packingham, and Vice President, Product Development, Fareed Adib.
Well, thank you, Peter, and thank you, everyone, for joining us for this exciting announcement of the HTC EVO 4G. In just a few minutes, we're going to give you a chance to experience the EVO 4G in our demonstration area. And I think when you see what happens when you combine the fastest device on the fastest network, you get a genuinely unique experience that's only possible with Sprint. If I was to draw an analogy, and maybe this is overused a little bit, if you think back maybe 10 years ago when you had a dial-up connection for your internet browser, and I know most of you can think back that far, and you had your Netscape browser, and you had graphics on a web page, and you had to think twice about whether or not you actually clicked on those graphics. So maybe you wanted to see the blue sweater, but you weren't quite willing to click on the blue because red was good enough because it was going to take 3 minutes to download the blue image. When you transformed to broadband, your experience with the internet changed dramatically, and you now have a rich multimedia experience, and the internet became something genuinely new because of broadband connectivity. And we think that same thing is going to happen with the mobile devices once you have 4G in this device. Now, the EVO 4G is a great device just with 3G because you have a 4.3-inch display, you have a 1 gigahertz processor, and you have just excellent speeds on 3G or 4G. But overall, it's a great device. We're going to show you a few demonstrations of what you can do with this device. So, Fareed, where are we going to start?
Thanks, Kevin. You know, the first thing we want to show you is actually we are previewing a new product today. It's YouTube High Quality. It's yet unreleased, and it will be released on EVO 4G, and this is the first time that it's actually being shown publicly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this EVO 4G out of standby, and I'm going to launch the new YouTube HQ browser. What I want to do is I want to actually show you what HQ is, but first let me kind of give you a brief summary of what high-quality content on YouTube means. We worked with Google and with HTC to actually develop this YouTube player to take full advantage of 4G. So what it does is it actually identifies the 4G network and then launches high-quality content automatically in the YouTube player. So let's go ahead and show you an example of that. I'm going to play a trailer here.
I notice there's HQ in the bottom right of the screen there, Fareed. What's that for?
Well, one of the things that the browser does is it automatically identifies high-quality content. So the HQ at the bottom of the browser is actually telling you that it's in high-quality mode and it's streaming high-quality content.
So I brought up standard definition on this Droid so we can have a comparison between the two devices. Well, I didn't want to poke anybody, but...
Yeah, so the first thing to notice is that the picture is much more vivid and there's a higher contrast on the actual EVO 4G.
So here in the center we've got the Droid using standard definition, and then on the other screens we've got the higher quality video.
Yeah, and if you do a side-by-side, you can really tell the difference. And you notice there's a big quality difference between high-quality content and standard quality content. Typically, the only way that you could take advantage of high-quality content before on YouTube players was if you had a Wi-Fi connection. But since we have 4G network that's mobily available everywhere, you can actually take advantage of this.
So you get a lot of pixelation, a lot of jitter when you're just using a standard definition over a subpar network like what a Droid has.
Exactly.
Exactly. All right. So on the EVO, Fareed, I noticed we also, and Peter mentioned this, we have an HDMI port on the bottom. So what other high-def things can we do because we have this port?
Yeah, Kevin, I'm really excited about this feature. I'll tell you, with these devices becoming more of the center as your mobile hub in your home and on the go, one of the things we're really excited about is this HDMI output that you have at the bottom of the device that can connect to any of your HDMI flat panel TVs. So one of the things I want to show you is I'm going to play for you a high-definition side-loaded content for Prince of Persia that's coming out later this summer from Jerry Bruckheimer and Disney. I think you'll be very impressed by the quality.
So I notice we also have the player is actually being controlled by the device, which you can see here on the right side.
Have you wondered how you could have found such a treasure? The gods have a plan for you, a destiny.
I've seen its power with my own eyes. Releasing the sand turns back time. Only the holder of the dagger is aware of what's happened.
How did you do that?
Only the dagger can unlock the sands of time. And there are those who would use this power to destroy the world.
Time will erase everything.
The only way to stop this Armageddon is for us to take the dagger to the secret Guardian Temple. We must take it there, Dastan.
You really enjoy telling me what to do, don't you?
Only because you're so good at following orders.
Yeah, don't press your luck.
The senses.
They strike terror into the heart of all they cross.
Such a noble prince. Leaping to assist the fallen beauty.
Who said you were a beauty?
There must be a reason why you can't take your eyes off me.
So I'm sure you'd all rather watch the video than watch us, probably. So Fareed, that was actually side-loaded content, but you can also do streaming high-def content as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things we want to show you here is this is a EVO 4G that's going to play the same trailer, but it's going to stream it over the mobile 4G broadband network. And I'm going to hit play here.
So we actually have audio coming out of the device, streaming the same trailer.
Have you wondered?
And one of the great features is that you actually have this kickstand. So for those of you who've watched mobile video before, if you're going to watch a 2-hour movie, you don't want to hold it in your hand. So the kickstand really helps make that an enjoyable experience.
So Peter mentioned that we have an 8-megapixel camera on this device. So what can we do with that high-resolution camera?
Well, you know, the great thing about the 8-megapixel camera is we all know as the megapixels go up, the size of the files go up. And typically, if you were trying to transmit a file the size of what an 8-megapixel camera creates, it's really going to take a long time to upload to your picture mail services. So what we've done is we've actually utilized the 4G network to be able to use the 8-megapixel camera to take a picture and upload it very quickly on the 4G network. You know, the other great thing is we've talked about content that's preloaded or that you could stream, but you can also create your own content because there's a 720p high-definition camera that allows you to take your own videos and then stream them through the HDMI out to your video source.
So the EVO 4G is actually a device that allows you to take your multimedia experience with you anywhere. So it doesn't matter if you've side-loaded it or if you're at home, if you're away maybe at a hotel room or at the airport and you can stream content, or if you have your own content that you've created. It doesn't matter. You can have a full multimedia experience on this device. And we actually get into the demonstration area. You're going to see some of the accessories that we've created to enable that experience to go to a flat panel TV in a very seamless way. So it really does make this a unique device in terms of that true multimedia experience.